One of the strengths that Ofsted highlighted was our support for learners with SEND needs. So the ability to support them through their learning journey from initial assessment through to on-programme kind of educational support. So whether they needed any additional teaching aids, additional teaching sessions, one-to-one kind of coaching through their educational programme. And then obviously the endpoint assessment, they've been able to achieve the same grade as their peers. So within our Associate Ambulance Practitioner programme, 91% of learners have achieved a distinction grade at endpoint assessment. And obviously this is in line with the SEND learners as well. Obviously it's our first full inspection. We've been kind of unaware of what the process was like previously. We'd had a monitoring visit, but obviously our full inspection goes into a kind of deep dive within our provision. Particularly in this inspection, they chose our Children and Young People Families Practitioner programme and our Associate Ambulance Practitioner programme. And I think that the kind of whole process was probably very different to what we expected. It was a very supportive process. The inspectors worked with us to highlight areas of good practice, but also were able to, you know, any areas that we needed further development, they were able to kind of, whilst not kind of signpost us to particular brands or kind of anything specific, we're able to give kind of general advice around how we might be able to take our provision further forward and help with that continual improvement cycle, which is really important to us as an organisation. So obviously from our monitoring inspection, we obtained reasonable progress in all three areas, which was really positive for us as an organisation. We identified that we needed to make some kind of strategic decisions around the apprenticeship standards that we delivered. We've been able to work with employers and develop those relationships further, which I think has had a really significant impact on our current provision, the way that employers see us as a training provider, as kind of the only learning and development partner that they would kind of need for that sector. And equally, our learners have been positive in the experiences that they've had with us. Obviously during the inspection there's learner surveys, staff surveys and employer surveys, and we've been able to kind of gain some of the insights of what learners, employers and staff think about us as a provider. And again, that's going to feed into our kind of quality improvement kind of as we move forward over the next 12 months. I think what's really important, we've been able to obviously self-assess using our self-assessment report and kind of establish where we thought we were in terms of the education inspection framework, and then use our quality improvement plan, which we've kind of worked on with all stakeholders, so involved sort of employers, our governors, our staffing teams, our quality assurance team and delivery team, to be able to identify areas that we wanted to work on those areas, and then again as we move forward post this inspection, we'll be able to take these findings from Ofsted, feed them onto our quality improvement plan for future kind of proof in the organisation. So if you are looking for an apprenticeship training provider within the specific sectors that we operate in, so the Ambulance Support Worker Standard, the Associate Ambulance Practitioner Standard, the Children and Young People Families Practitioner and the Children and Young People Families Manager apprenticeship standards, then you can reach out to us at basegreen.co.uk or contact the office on 0114 212 5910, and the team will be able to help you with any of your inquiries and your needs.